How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about AMC. I'm so excited to share this video with you guys. I want to make sure you're prepared going into Monday and as well as for the rest of the week. I want to throw out a big time disclaimer before I actually continue. If you're looking for someone to tell you that AMC is going to be going to 100K, 500K, telling you it's going to the moon, it's going to be happening tomorrow on Monday, then you've come to the wrong video. Here we keep it realistic and I keep it completely honest because I don't need to go out there and put out nonsense in order to get views on my channel. So now let's get into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. So if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing that we're going to be going over are two big time updates in regard to AMC I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and I'm also going to be giving my thoughts as well. We're also going to be going over a technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. Hey, we've been doing this for quite some time inside the channel. We saw that, hey, AMC had a gap to fill. That gap is now filled, and we want to see what range it could potentially continue to trade in, and if we're looking for that move to the upside, what it can really look like, especially if you're taking it step by step. And then thirdly, then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what was the buying and the selling and our institutions getting involved on the Friday. And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's jump into it. So now let's go over the first update for AMC. This comes from Adam Aaron's Twitter. The first one was such a success. We are doing it again. On August 7th at about 100 AMC theaters in the United States on our big screens across the country, another UFC matchup, UFC 265, Lewis versus Game. So this is definitely a great look overall. AMC pretty much saw, hey, when we did the Conor McGregor fight, it turned out very well. Let's continue this trend and see where it goes. One of the reasons why I love this, because again, he's listening to his shareholders. And part of the reasons why this is important, because this can help move AMC forward. So there's definitely going to be a lot of eyeballs on this event, and we're going to be looking forward to seeing how well it turns out. But one thing that is great, we're seeing AMC transition, becoming a new company, making sure they're providing value to shareholders, and this is what we want to see. So now let's move on to the second update, which we're going to be going back to Twitter, and this is coming from Tofik Faz. I'm just going to say it that way. I don't want to butcher your last name here, but big shout out to you and also many of the original apes inside of the community that talk about AMC and keep people well informed and give them realistic expectations. I myself, I've been talking about AMC since January, so that's part of the reasons why I definitely giving a lot of respect to these guys who have been keeping the word going. So now let's go over what he was talking about in one of his Twitter posts. Now that the DTCC/NSCC are admitting that naked shorting, synthetic shares, and FTDs do exist, and the scale of it is mind-boggling, to act immediately will send not only the whole stock market spiraling down, but create a recession in the economy and unemployment. And then for the next one, but the great news is the squeeze is confirmed. All of the sacrifice and struggle of the ape and retail community will not go in vain. The regulators will have a controlled squeeze in which the hedge funds will be provided cash to buy back the AMC share from us. So I know you guys have probably come across this already in some YouTube videos, but the way how this is pretty much explained, yes, we are going to be having a controlled squeeze. When we can look forward to this, this is something I must say, I don't know. Because at the end of the day, I just hate putting dates on things and telling you, hey, this is when this is supposed to happen. Because then if it doesn't happen, many people end up panic selling, getting out of the position, or not wanting to actually look at AMC at all. And especially for anyone who's just getting into it, the last thing that they need is to be told false information or just given hope saying, well, you know what, it's going to 100K, load up right now. I just feel like that's a very bad look, and I don't believe in selling hope whatsoever. It's just a part of just the way how I'm made up. I don't need to actually put out that type of content to get people to come and watch my videos, and I feel like it is just wrong. But anyways, aside from all of that, we already know there's definitely been a lot of naked shorting. We already know as far as the shares that are bought, especially if you're buying off of Robinhood, I'm pretty sure this happens with Webull as well. It gets sent as far as for order flow to Citadel and other institutions and so forth. So it's not actually going directly to the exchange. And what does this mean? So this means inside the dark pool, we have all of these trading of shares, and a matter of the fact is AMC is a lot more valuable than the price that you're currently seeing. But at the same time, another thing is they have to cover those positions. So at the end of the day, they also got to communicate with the Fed and be like, hey, you know what, we're not trying to crash the stock market here. And I completely agree with that. We don't want to crash the market whatsoever. A lot of people can lose jobs, and it's just not a good look overall for the economy. So having a controlled squeeze is something, you know what, that makes a lot of sense. But one thing that we do know, buying and holding is working. So now let's jump into the technicals as well as the order flow, and then we'll jump into the final thoughts. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for AMC. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $36.99, being down 0.67%. On the low, it tested $34.69, and then on the high, testing $38.40. When we take a look at the volume stats on Friday, it was at 85.475 million shares that were traded. And as far as for the average volume over 10 trading days, it was at 123.307 million. Now, the chart that we're using is this 6-month 2-hour chart, and we want to see the price action on AMC. So one of the things we were talking about in the past, we wanted to see AMC fill that gap. As you can see here, it's done an amazing job filling that gap, and you can see here we have some strong support here right at the $34 level, and I want to actually see this continue because what it's looking like so far, $35 might be the new support. But of course with AMC, it definitely doesn't follow the technical setups exactly, but there are some things that we can pick apart here. So when we ended up reaching this high over here at 46.50 back on July the 21st, this was the area of resistance, and we ended up seeing a lot of selling pressure. But as you can see here, support level actually increased, and this is what you want to see. So if you can hold up $36, of course I'm looking forward to seeing a continuation as far as more strength, and I don't mind if there's more consolidation and more support, so we can look forward to having the run up and essentially passing this previous high we had over here. But one of the things we do need to be aware of, this play does require some patience. But what we know so far, as far as the range, we have 34.50, and between the ranges right over here around 46.50. So that is a range to definitely keep an eye on. We want to see the support hold in this area, and we want to see the resistance being broken in this area so we can get back into the $50 range. And of course, I'll be making sure to do videos to keep you guys updated. But for the most part, the main focus is to continue to buy and hold. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for AMC. So we can see here on the inflow, we had 732, and on the outflow, we had 731. As far as the breakdown, we had 0 on the large, 573 on the medium, and 159 on the small. This is for the inflow side. And then on the outflow side, we had 2 on the large, 565 on the medium, and on the small we had 164. Overall inflow beat outflow. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for Friday, Thursday, and as well as Wednesday, they were all outflow days for AMC, and we had an inflow day on the 19th and as well as for the 20th. So taking everything into consideration, institutions are getting involved, but for the most part, we are seeing a lot of inflows coming into AMC, and that is something to definitely have some heavy significance on. People are continuing to buy and hold, and institutions are also getting involved as well. So if you are inside of this play, I have to say it again, please have some patience. Do not have any immediate need for the money that you're going to be investing. This is very key because this is definitely going to be a roller coaster, and I want to make sure that you're actually prepared for that. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for AMC, it's really simple. All you really need to do is buy and hold, and do this only if you are able to. If you have no emergent need for the money, then go ahead and invest it. But do keep in mind there are risks involved, and I'm not a financial advisor either. Also, when I went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, as far as the short volume ratio to be exact, I saw as far as for it, it is around 38%. 5%. So it continues to be short squeeze potential inside of AMC, which many of us know about already. Another thing also that we took a look at inside of the video was talking about, hey, having a controlled squeeze. And I definitely do believe this is the better way to go. And part of the reasons is we do not want to crash the stock market here. We already know as far as the hedge funds are concerned, they definitely made the wrong decision to say, well, you know what, we're going to continue to short AMC. We want to put it into the ground. We want to bankrupt this company. That was definitely the wrong way to go because they were not expecting that the ape community itself will continue to buy and hold. So the matter of the fact is there's a lot of synthetics and there's a lot of counterfeit shares out there, and there's many that have been bought up already, and now these hedge funds have to cover for all of that, and that's why they're going to need assistance in order to do so. So one of the things I want you guys to actually keep into consideration, do not put a time limit on this, all right? I want to make sure you have realistic expectations and you continue to be patient. There's so many videos out there, and there's many that are saying, yeah, it's going to be happening at this point and at this time, and I feel that's just not right. On this channel, I do not believe in selling hope. That is definitely not the direction that I want to go into. But at the same time, with the numbers that we have in front of us, I know already and I see it that AMC has short squeeze potential. And especially since I've been covering this all the way since January here, I already know as far as what AMC can do, it could really, really have a lot of upside, and it can change so many lives. And that's part of the reasons why I talk about it. And I also want to see a fair market. I think this is a great way to teach these hedge funds a lesson. They've been manipulating the market for far too long, and AMC was that opportunity for us to just let them know and send them a message, hey, we like this stock. So anyone who's interested, continue to buy and hold. And as far as AMC and Adam Aron is concerned, as far as the job that he's doing a great job. He's listening to the investors. He's also knowing, hey, this worked the last time in regards to the UFC fight, and he's going to be bringing it back again. So I'm going to be looking forward to seeing what else he does, because the better he helps overall AMC as a company, it improves the overall value of the company, and of course this is beneficial for the stock as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.